everybody, welcome. This is a special episode for two reasons. Number one, we're going to be breaking down what everybody refuses to teach you in all of your training programs on online marketing. And number two, we're also going to do a little bit of a celebration. Hey there guys, my name is Ben Moote. We are here to celebrate really quick because we just hit a new benchmark on the YouTube channel. As of today, we have officially over 700 subscribers. I'm so excited. So we need to do a little bit of a celebration. But one sad note on this entire thing, if you look at this statistic, over 75% of the people who watch are not subscribed. Do me a favor, if you enjoy this and you want more, hit that red button to subscribe today. Plus, if you like this video at all, if you want to see a bit more dancing, make sure you hit the like button so that way the YouTube algorithm knows this is something worth sharing. Go and hit that like button. Let's get started. All right, so celebration aside, what are we talking about today? I'm gonna share with you a video that I recorded at the beginning of 2020, before coronavirus, before all this stuff kind of hit out. What were my goals and what was I trying to do? I was sitting down about to go through somebody's framework on how to make all this work, how to make digital marketing work in 2020. I was ready to go and do it. I was gonna listen, I was just gonna get it done. And as I sat down, I said, wait, why am I following one person's strategy when I've gone through so much? I could just paint the entire picture on the whiteboard. So that's what I'm gonna show with you today. Literally, I'm gonna show you exactly piece by piece how everything works, how it all works together. I'm just gonna do it. So this is a long, like 5-hour session that I did. You're gonna see speed ups and slowdowns. You're gonna hear the major takeaways. This has become like the key frameworks that I'm building right now in my coaching program that I'm providing to everybody who's inside. So you guys know who you are, but we are breaking this down piece by piece. So I figured I'd give you just a little sneak peek of what we're providing on the back end, on the front end for you. Enjoy. Okay, this is not a normal episode. Like, I literally was about to sit down and then I realized, holy crap, like I need to draw this out now. And so why not do it with you guys? So this is me going like crazy brain fart nuts. All right, so here's the thing. We've got .com secrets. We've got expert secrets. We have traffic secrets. I actually have all the notes for that. We have the sketchbook that Russell Brunson provides. We have his One Funnel Away challenge. We have the TwoComa Club X program, both 2018 and 2019. And I've got Stephen Larsen's Offer Lab program. And I have Funnelytics programs. So I'm literally going through all these programs. I don't know, Frank Kern, all these things. I'm gonna map them out on the whiteboard because there are similarities and everyone teaches the exact same thing. I'm gonna walk through how that works today. How cool is that? That's what we're gonna break down all of internet marketing, how it all works, and I'm gonna choose the path. Like, we're just gonna show the path. This is the way it actually works. Sound good? Let's go. There's a whiteboard, what? All right, I think you can see that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna map out every single roadmap from everyone that I followed up here on the board. And what we're not gonna do is I also have the 30-day book, and they all have their own paths. Like, we'll look at kind of what those are high level and map them onto here, but I'm not gonna be able to show every single one. Like, there's a lot to these. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna break this down, how this all works. I'm gonna show it to you, and then we're gonna be breaking this down in the next couple of videos in preparation for I'm literally creating my first core offer, like what my business stands on with you guys. And I wanna show it to you as I create it, okay? So let's have some fun. And here's the cool thing, like I'm literally just gonna hold this up as we talk because if I don't do it with a mic, it doesn't sound good. So you do this all the time in your head, you think you know this stuff, and I've done this for like the last 6 years, but I've never really mapped it out. I've wanted to, and I've mapped out each of these individually, but I've never done one major map. So I wanna see the full major map. I wanna see the similarities. I wanna see what the path is. What is this simplified path? Like, if we had to take all of this and put it down into one simplified path, how do you do it? What are the key things you need to know, and how do you make that grow? That's what we're looking for. What is the path from everybody? So that's what we're playing with. So just thinking as I go, like I'm out of breath, I'm loving this. Okay, so first of all, I just got done with the TwoComa Club 2018. Oh, okay, so literally, when you joined in 2018, they took you through all of the books, everything that Russell had done so far. Like, Stephen Larsen went through everything that Russell had ever done and created like the platform, the way to take people through this. This is like what you went through if you went into the inner circle. This is what Russell taught you, but he taught you like one-on-one on a call. This is just systemized. And so this is really cool. So you start out learning how to create your mass movement, kind of get in the right mindset and get focused, right? And then you start going into ladders and funnels, start understanding how the numbers work, how all this is supposed to work, communication and follow-up, just how you're supposed to talk to customers, and what path you're going to choose. Traffic Secrets is going to go into a lot on that. Funnelology and stacking, how that works, creating belief. Moral obligation, that's interesting. So in Expert Secrets, he talks about it's your moral obligation to sell if you know it can change the world. And he's literally, the moral obligation section inside the TwoComa Club X program is you creating your webinar, which is interesting. He's pushing you to a webinar. You don't have to do a webinar, but he pushed you to it initially. It's interesting. Then the funnels, he walked through all the different funnels. That's interesting though, because he talked about, those are literally like, so he talks about the perfect webinar, the 4-question close, the Epiphany Bridge soap series, soap sequence, soap offer sequence, oh boy, this is going to be hard. The Epiphany Bridge launch and how to do your traffic, which is all Dream 100. He doesn't talk until Dream 100 until module like 8 or 7. He's got 2 more that's all about the sales scripts and then one that's funnel stacking. Interesting enough, the last funnel that's in that darn book for TwoComa Club Expert Secrets back in 2018, what the program was, that was the funnel that got me sold on his Inner Circle program. That was kind of cool to see. Gonna keep on going. Okay, so first of all, I just got done with the TwoComa Club 2018. Oh, okay, so literally when you joined in 2018, they took you through all of the books, everything that Russell had done so far. Like Stephen Larsen went through everything that Russell had ever done and created like the platform, the way to take people through this. This is like what you went through if you went into the Inner Circle. This is what Russell taught you, but he taught you like one-on-one on a call. This is just systemized. And so this is really cool. So you start out learning how to create your mass movement, kind of get in the right mindset and get focused, right? And then you start going into ladders and funnels, start understanding how the numbers work, how all this is supposed to work, communication and follow-up, just how you're supposed to talk to customers, and what path you're going to choose. Traffic Secrets is going to go into a lot on that. Funnelology and stacking, how that works, creating belief. Moral obligation, that's interesting. So in Expert Secrets, he talks about it's your moral obligation to sell if you know it can change the world. And he's literally, the moral obligation section inside the TwoComa Club X program is you creating your webinar, which is interesting. He's pushing you to a webinar. You don't have to do a webinar, but he pushed you to it initially. It's interesting. Then the funnels, he walked through all the different funnels. That's interesting though, because he talked about, those are literally like, so he talks about the perfect webinar, the 4-question close, the Epiphany Bridge soap series, soap sequence, soap offer sequence, oh boy, this is going to be hard. The Epiphany Bridge launch and how to do your traffic, which is all Dream 100. He doesn't talk until Dream 100 until module like 8 or 7. He's got 2 more that's all about the sales scripts and then one that's funnel stacking. Interesting enough, the last funnel that's in that darn book for TwoComa Club Expert Secrets back in 2018, what the program was, that was the funnel that got me sold on his Inner Circle program. That was kind of cool to see. Gonna keep on going. So now we see something. So I just finished the TwoComa Club X for 2019. After this, I'm no more commentary. I'm just going to go through. But they changed a lot. They simplified and they streamlined, and then they used all of their different training programs. So they start with the same mass movement, but they go through a little bit more deeper. They have some extra training from Stephen Larsen, and then they go and they have you start publishing right away, which some people say, yes, that's right. Other people say no. Like if you followed the channel at all, you'll know there are people that are like, don't publish. Okay. We have the ladder in the funnel. That's kind of like their module 3 here was module 2 there. And then they list hack and they show you, they go deep into that because Russell found out a lot of people just don't want to build a list and they don't want to go through the pain of actually trying to build a list and being creative and doing it. And so he went into that a lot more. And then for the build, they're just like, okay, when you're ready to do the build, you have 3 options. You can build a cart funnel, a presentation funnel, or a phone funnel. Cart, just use one funnel away challenge and it'll take you through that. If you're going to build a presentation funnel, follow 10x Secrets program. If you're going to do a phone funnel, you can use Proposal Secrets, or you can use the high ticket secrets training. So they just use their other training programs, and that fills out the rest. And then at the end, it's like launch. So they actually have a launch program in here instead of just these are all the pieces. Now they bring in the launch. They talk about how to campaign and make all that work. That was cool. We're still going. Okay, so 5 hours later and a whole bunch of dry erase ink. Like, I really hope that erases well. Wow. So it's interesting. So as I was going through, like, I mean, I've bought so many courses. I've gone so many through people's stuff. Like even before these guys, I was going through Anik Singal's stuff. I was going through Vic Stryzhouse. I was going through other names in the industry. And then you look at other people that are doing this stuff like Dan Henry and all these other people that are coming kind of off of the Russell Brunson education burst, and they're doing the same type of things. And so I was researching that at the computer, making sure that everything was right. This is interesting. Everybody wants to make you a marketing freaking guru. Everybody wants to like turn you into themselves because they absolutely love marketing. They want to make sure that you love marketing. The issue is, a lot of us don't have time to love marketing. And so if you're just looking for results and you don't have the time for marketing, how in the world are you going to learn all this? I mean, really? I mean, they expect you to go and do that. And some of these are like $2,500 a month programs. Some of these are just books, but some of them are $2,500 a month programs. And how do you actually make that work? Like, how do you have the time? How do you have the money? How do you actually make this click? This is a lot of information. And there's a lot of duplication. There's a lot of different ideas on how to do things better, but it's all the same framework, which is kind of like a little light bulb. But the fun thing was, I helped a business create a program not too long ago. And as we were creating this program, this new training, every time I kept thinking, we're going the long way. Nobody don't need to know this. You could shortcut that. But it was their product and they had the say. But to be absolutely honest, you could shortcut like half of this. Half of it. Like in 4 weeks, you could have pretty much everything you need. I mean, right now I'm in a $14,000 training program that's listed on this board. And that $14,000 program, which is now like $27,000, it has taken me almost a year to get through this and have it make sense. Guys, you don't need to be marketing geniuses. This doesn't need to be that. This can be simplified. And so what I did is I broke it out into 5 or 6 different pieces. Like, and by the time you get to that, it's done. And if you have some templates that make all this work, and it's just a fast-paced, here we go, and you start to, like, what I love is there are pieces in here that you start with. And so you start with that little funny star over there that you see in the top, my top right-hand corner. And this, like you're gonna see it comes down over here. We've got it in the Offer Lab. We have it in Frank Kern's products, a little bit in the Funnelytics Momentum, a little bit in the 30-day program, and just a tad of it in Traffic Secrets. But then it's not covered anywhere in the TwoComa Club X program, okay? But it's like key. If you can figure this out, suddenly all these other ideas that they try to make you become introspective on, click. Like they just automatically click, but you need to handle it in that area, and they're not. And it's like, whoa, we could fix that. And then you look at their next step, which is how to create your movement, right? How do you actually create a movement? And everyone's like, oh, I don't know about creating a movement. I don't feel comfortable with that. Pause. Super easy. Super easy. So Momentum, the Funnelytics Momentum program began it. They've actually closed that down. They're not selling it anymore. But they started that idea. And if you take that idea and you run with it through these, all of this becomes easy. At first, you're just like guessing. Like they have you guess for 3 or 4 weeks before you actually do something. And it's painful. By week 2, we should have stuff like, we should be having some results. We should have something coming in where you can go, aha, that's what that is. That's how all the pieces fit in. That's the way it should work. And so, I'm freaking out. This can be so simplified. And then at that point, then you start putting all the pieces together. And how do you put those pieces together? A lot of us get stuck on that. Well, do I need to create a podcast? Does that also have to have a YouTube channel? Well, what about a funnel? I'm not good at copy. I don't do the imagery. I don't, whoa. If you didn't cover the issues from here, you're not gonna have issues. You're gonna have issues all the way through the whole program. You have to start at the very beginning. You have to get these things right. And as long as you bring them up at the beginning, you're fine. Like it all clicks. And so that way when you get to week number 3 or step number 3, like you could do this in like 5 days. You can do this in 5 days. If you're willing to like sit down and just get this thing done. Like freaking take Easter break and do it. Take Christmas break, whatever you're gonna do. Just sit down and get her done. I love this. Okay, and then after that, then you finalize your build, you get things moving. And then after you do that, it's literally just push it and watch it. Like I am so psyched right now. So I was about to sit down and create my own core offer. And I want to create this with you guys. I want to create my core offer with you guys. That's personally important to me. I want this to be something that resonates with you. But literally, I watch this and they're like, now go build this. Now go do this. Now go do that. And I'm like, if I hook in this and I do this and I put in this, like these different pieces that I have together that I haven't told anybody about, things that I was looking at on my computer that I haven't shared with more than the people on my hand. Like it's very, very private, okay? And when I take that piece from the computer and I connect that to these systems, plus other assets that I have in my arsenal that I want to give as bonuses in this thing, holy crap. Okay, so here's the thing. For the next couple days, I am mapping out my process, how I'm gonna go through this. Okay, I'm gonna be the first guinea pig. Like, that's just the way it goes. If you guys wanna be the next guinea pig, let's go. But I'm gonna map out my process because this is gonna become so honking cool. This is gonna be like mind-bending. I'm so stoked. So I was about to sit down. I was ready to go through everything Stephen Larsen's taught, everything Russell Brunson's taught. I was gonna read through the books again. I was gonna do them like workbooks and just get it done. And I'm like, holy crap, I've done this 4 different times. Here we go again. Why? And as I thought, why? I went, holy crap, get out the whiteboard, tear down the brick wall, and let's actually get into it and behold what happens when Ben goes on a crazy spree. Okay, my goal is to make this all simpler, and I'm gonna put myself as the guinea pig through it and prove that this works with you. So guys, keep watching, keep leaning in, because you're gonna get some questions from me, you're gonna get some things, and it's literally me going through this process, proving it out before I give it to any of you, because this can be simplified. Oh, this can be simplified, and I'm so stoked. Okay, so we're gonna simplify this process big O time, and then once that sucker is simplified, we're gonna take this to another level. Does that make sense? Is that cool? All right, so what I want you guys to do right now is look at everything that you have, that you've bought at this point. What have you bought? What have you gotten? Have you bought stuff from Russell Brunson, from Frank Kern, from Stephen Larsen, from Julie Stoyan, from anybody in this online marketing, John Penberthy, Dan Henry, anybody? Who have you bought from? And what have been their journeys? What do they suggest you do? You may not have made it past week 2 or week 3 because your mind just went and just fried out. That's okay. We're gonna fix that. But what were they trying to get you to go through? Look at that for a minute and just kind of realize these things are built for you. They're not just built to make money. They're built to help you. That's what they're built to do. They're built to help you. So look at the things that you have bought thus far and see how they've helped you. Yes, they can be confusing. It's okay if you're looking at it, you're like, oh, it's a little confusing. That's all right. Look at my wall. Behold the confusing, okay? That's okay. But there's a way to simplify this, and that's what we're gonna be going over here very soon. So guys, Take a little inventory of what you've personally got. What has been your journey up to this point? How long have you been in it? What have you been buying? What have you tried? What have you pushed through? Where has your journey led you to land you right here in front of me? Because I personally believe, like, I know it's really weird to say, and it feels really weird to say this out loud. There are no such things as coincidences. I like to believe that. My wife works in animal rescue, and when things just happen, like they're little tender mercies, they just fall out of the sky and you're catching them, you're like, how did that happen? There are coincidences that just happen, where things just work together, okay? And if you're interested, if this is kind of captivating you, if this is interesting, there's a reason for that. And I want you to listen to that reason, because I think you're here for a reason. And it's my goal to take care of you as much as possible. I do not believe in coincidences. I think you're here for a reason. Let's help you get there. And I know what my purpose and my reason is. This is just one step on that. This is not like my end all be all. This is like the stepping stone to get where I want to go. Let's simplify this sucker down for you. Let's make it easier to make money online with funnels and with sales copy and with funnel hacking and all that jazz. Let's make it easier, like really easier. Let's make this thing something that you can turn on turnkey for yourself, for clients, whoever. Let's make this thing click. This is going to be fun. So take inventory of what you've gotten and ask yourself, if you're so confused, if you're still lost, why that is, where you've come to get to here, and if you're ready to simplify, because that's what we're going to be doing here. This is going to be fun. I'll see you in the next video.
Thank you for being here. If you liked this at all, it would mean so very much if you could leave a review, whether you're on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, or wherever you are. Leave a quick review and let me know what your favorite story has been, or what you've learned that's been most impactful. It takes less than a minute, and it would literally mean the world to me. Go leave a real quick review, and I'll be working on the next episode for you.